Hello there guys and girls of YouTube. Today we've got something exciting to talk about. As always, there's gonna be another CGI movie upcoming and released along with the new movie reboot that's going to be for the live action. So not only are we going to get the non-animated live action glory, we're going to get another CGI movie. Now for those of you who know, the CGI movies do follow the actual game's canon a lot more closely than the movies do. And for those of you who enjoy the CGI movies, let's go over them and let's discuss some things in this video. I've got a few things to say, so let's get right into it. The first thing I'll go over is the source, so if you guys want to check this out, it's in the description. As always, you can go back, read up on everything, and it's from an extremely reliable source. So, the new movie is probably going to contain Jill Valentine as the main character. This isn't cement, this isn't 100%, but she is the most possible contender for a story. A lot of people will be happy to hear about this, myself included, because Jill Valentine has honestly been more of a side character even though she's so important to the main story. There have been so many events that are tied around Jill Valentine, and she's a huge part of the core franchise. So the fact that she doesn't really have any main influence in any of the games as a character is a little bit unfortunate. The closest we did get is the Revelations game, and since then people have honestly been calling for her to get more in the main franchise. This isn't exactly in the main franchise, it is a CGI movie, but it would be a good step in the right direction to get I Love Jill back on the screen. Since Revelations as well, little has been mentioned about Jill. We're not really sure where she's at, what she's up to. Chris hasn't really said anything either, which is honestly surprising. So again, this is just some fantastic news, to be honest. Everybody should be happy to hear about this, and Jill is one of the better characters of the entire cast in my opinion. I might be an unpopular one to say this, people might not agree, but to me Chris is more of a bland hero if you compare him to Jill. I just like her personality, the adventures she goes on, and just she's a much more interesting person overall, in my opinion at least. Like I said though, don't get your hopes up too much. It is the likely candidate of a character, but like I said, it's not a 100%. It would however fill in so many gaps in the story that we want answered. Now talking about the CGI movies, we have to talk about Vendetta, because I just want to get into this. I know it's a little bit unrelated guys, but what about the fact that Vendetta didn't have any connection to Not a Hero? Does that detract from the movie at all? Should you not watch it because of that? And I thought about this and I thought, no, that's not the case. You should watch the movie, and I've got a point to make as to why that is. If you think about it, Capcom hired a lot of third-party studios and staff to help them develop Resident Evil 7, including the main story as well. So the amount of influence they had over the story, over the possible Chris Redfield twist ending, that is unknown at the moment. We don't know who really had the leading call on these things. So what I will say is it's kind of unfortunate for Vendetta. There seems to have been no collaboration between the staff who were at Kadoaka Animations, and I'm sorry if I butchered their names, and Capcom themselves. So the Vendetta was kind of an independent project it seems, and I think they did a really good job with it. Again, it's not a super serious movie, and you shouldn't be going into it expecting some really extremely deep plot. It's a good 2 hours of zombie slaying fun, and that's how it should be. That's how it should have always been, and that's how I see the live actions, and that's why I can enjoy the live actions. And I'm glad about the reboot with the live actions as well. I was honestly surprised Mila Jovovich had such a negative opinion about it, but you know, everyone has a difference in opinion. I just think that was being a little bit arrogant. But yeah, talking about Vendetta and whether you should get it, I think you should give it a shot as its own independent project. And like I said, I don't think it's their fault for not including any connection. I think the blame would lay with Capcom, who seem to be doing so much outsourcing. Not only do they rely on third parties to help them develop Resident Evil 7, they rely on third parties to develop the CGI movies, and then they don't collaborate any of these third parties together. That's not the third party's fault, that's Capcom's fault. But yeah, talking about this new movie, just keep that in mind as well. If the animation studios don't really get much collaboration and they're left to their own, just take the next Resident Evil movie on its own merit. Don't expect it to be extremely pleasing to answering all the questions. Just take it as 2 hours maybe of Jill Valentine just wrecking zombies, and that's completely acceptable. But yeah guys, I know a lot of people will be excited to discuss about this and hear that there is a new CGI movie in production. I've discussed a lot of the CGI movies and the live actions in the comment section with everybody before, and a lot of people do show interest. I was honestly surprised actually about how much of a Western fan base there is for the live actions and CGI, even from die-hard Resident Evil fans. But yeah, what do you guys think about this in the comments below? Just let me know. As always, it's a really cool thing. I mean, the CGI having a 4th movie already announced is a little bit unprecedented, but I'm glad that they've announced it already. It's good to know that it's already on the drawing board. Anyway, like I said, let me know what you think about this below. If you liked the video, leave a like and a subscribe. As always guys, thanks for watching, take it easy, and peace.